get started. So I'm just going to use some clips just to pull my hair back a little bit. Guys, you just don't understand how it is with me getting like the perfect lighting and then also making sure that I'm in focus. But moving along, so I'm going to spray some Mario Badescu. This is the rosewater. It has aloe, herbs, and rosewater in it. And then I definitely got a sample of this Power Glow moisturizer from N61. That's the name of the brand. I know they sell it inside Macy's. And I think they sell it inside Blue Mercury. This has definitely been hydrating my skin. I absolutely love it. So I'm just going to apply some of that. I have very oily skin and I still moisturize. I think that's a misconception from people. They feel like if their skin is oily, that means that they don't need to moisturize, which is not true. Alright, so after I moisturize and everything, I am going to go into my foundation. So lately I've been using Born This Way by Too Faced. I've been using this foundation and I actually really like it. I love the way it looks on my skin. I am in the shade Hazelnut. I too got a sample of this one just to try it out because I'm really kind of iffy about certain foundations. So I definitely wanted to get a sample first to try it to see how I like it. And lately I've been loving it, so I'm going to definitely purchase. Until then, we're going to live out of my samples. So I am just going to use my Sephora. This is the Pro Flawless Airbrush brush, and this is the number 56. So I'm just going to take a little bit of the foundation, pull my hair back. As you can see, I do have dark marks, and it covers it up pretty good without a corrector. I mean, if you want to put a corrector, you can. I kind of like skip out on that step because I don't like too much on my skin at one time. I don't want my skin to feel like it is clogged or, you know, I feel like I have too much on. So I kind of like skip out on putting a corrector. Sometimes I use a primer, sometimes I don't. It really just depends on my mood and pretty much like where I'm going. Because I'm just filming this, I don't feel like I have to put the primer on. Normally when I just moisturize, that actually takes care of it too. I do get oily throughout the day, so the moisturizer doesn't completely stop it, but I'm not as oily. I don't get as oily as fast as I normally do when I don't apply a moisturizer. Okay, once the foundation is blended into my skin, I then go in with my concealer. So the concealer that I'm going to use today is the LA Girl Pro Conceal, which looks like this. Honestly, I haven't been picking these up. I actually purchased them when they first came out and I was just like, I don't really care for it. But lately I've been actually using them and I actually like them. I like the consistency of them. I also like the fact of how they dry down to a matte finish. Which helps with my oily skin. So I'm going to first put down Toffee, and then I'm going to put down Warm Honey right on top just to give me a little bit more of an oomph. I don't like to go too bright under my under eyes, but I find that with these two it gives me a nice bright highlight without being too bright and without being too much. Alright, so once I got it pretty much where I want it, I am going to just apply a little bit on my forehead area and down the bridge of my nose. And then I'm just going to do a little bit of cream contouring. This is actually optional. As of lately, I don't really cream contour. I just mostly like powder contour. But I do want my contour to stick out a little bit more. So I'm just going to use a little bit of a cream. So I'm going to use MAC Studio Tech in the shade NW58. I'm just going to put just a little bit here. And you see it? It's a yellow based powder. And I just apply a little bit and I press it into my skin under my eyes. This particular powder I absolutely love because it definitely makes me matte. I also have a lot of large pores in this area and it helps camouflage. So I'm gonna put that all in the highlighted areas. So I'm going to take what is this? I don't know which brush this is, but this is just a flat kind of, it's not really dense, it's a little fluffy. It's a flat powder brush. I'm not too sure where I got it from, and the name of it kind of like rubbed off, but I do like to use this particular brush for powder because I like the way it kind of sets and presses my makeup into my skin. So I'm just going to pretty much use the NW45 for the rest of my face. Ebony Bronzer. This is from Covergirl. And I'm just going to just tap just a little bit on top of that just to warm up my skin. So I'm going to move on to the eyes, and then I'm just going to come back later to the skin once the eyes is finished. So I purchased the Juvias Place palette, the Magic palette, which I absolutely love. I used it in my last tutorial and I've been so obsessed with this palette that I wanted to use it again. So I'm going to go in with the shade Nana, which is this color here. This is like the perfect like crease color. It's absolutely stunning. Actually, before I go in with that, I am going to apply just a little bit of concealer on my lids, my crease. Now I'm not going to go too heavy in my crease area, only because I wanted to go kind of like light on the eyes. I am going to apply a little bit of a shimmer shadow, but I wanted to keep it soft. I feel like on all of my YouTube videos I kind of go in, as I would say, on the eyes, and I kind of want to just kind of like play it down. Because that's normally like my everyday looks. I'm very pretty neutral. Use warm colors in my crease only because I like how warm tones look against my skin. Whenever I do something that's cool, I really don't like how it looks. So blending is key whenever you're doing eyeshadow. You want to make sure that you are constantly blending and blending. Blending play a major part, and I've learned that the hard way. I used to actually struggle when it came to eyeshadow looks on myself, so I kind of like shied away from them. But ever since I've been working at MAC, I deal with eyeshadows all the time. So it was actually a practicing ground for me, and I'm like 100% better in doing eyeshadow looks now. Alright, so now that that is blended, the star of the show that I'm going to use is the ColourPop Millionaire eyeshadow. This is actually one of my favorite eyeshadows from them. This is one of the Super Shock eyeshadows. It's more of a kind of like a bronzy, it's like a bronzy kind of like gold. Yeah, it's like a bronzy gold. And the best way to apply these particular products, in my opinion, is by using your finger. Just a little bit of glitter, so I'm going to use my NYX glitter primer. This bad boy is like perfect for glitters. So if you're looking for a glitter adhesive, this is it. I'm literally just going to put a little bit on my finger, and I'm just going to tap just a little bit of the primer over the eyeshadow. And the glitter that I'm using is the NYX Face and Body Glitter, and this is the shade Bronze. So I'm literally going to take what's left right in this top, because I've already applied my skin and I don't want the glitter to kind of like fall all over the top of the makeup. Into the mirror, and I hold the liner to the side and I kind of drag it across. And then I'll keep opening my eye just to make sure that it is the size that I want. And then once I get to the edge, I wing it out, and then I bring it back in, and then I fill. See? Now you can make it more thicker. I'm actually going to leave it like this. Some of that Milk Jumbo pencil, and I'm going to apply it in my waterline. Now I always do black eyeliner, but I was like, hey, why not? A small, kind of a small definer brush, and I'm gonna go back in with the orange that I first applied down. I'm gonna put that in underneath where I put the white. Maybe I'll put a little bit of a dark brown. I want to tone down some of that white. So I'm just going to put my lashes on off camera, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back. So now that I have the lashes on, I am going to go ahead and finish off my skin. So for blush today, I am going to use my Rihanna. This is the Fenty Beauty Kilowatt Highlighter Duo and Ginger Binge and Moscule Mule. I absolutely love this. So I'm going to use the Ginger Binge part. I'm going to take it on the same brush that I applied my foundation with. This is going to act as my highlighter slash blush. It gives me a nice flush of color. Alright, so now that we got that situated, the star of the show, which is the Rihanna Fenty Beauty Stunna Lip Pencil Paint, sorry, and the shade Uncensored. The packaging is absolutely beautiful. It comes in this little packaging here, which is really, really cool. I like it. And I love that it has like kind of like a dome applicator, so it literally gets like on your lips really nice. So this is actually the I want to say third time that I'm wearing this product, and I noticed that when I apply this product, you can't apply too much. It's really runny a little bit, and it takes a little while for it to kind of like dry down. So I kind of like start off at the bottom and then I blot up. And I'm gonna go in with this NK lip pencil. This is in the shade Red. And there you have it, my holiday inspired red lip showcasing Stunna lip paint in Uncensored. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I see you in my next video.